Alright, and welcome back everyone to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts playing as the French. And I do want to apologize real quick, guys. I kind of impromptu made some decisions when it came to scheduling and a few other things like that. And so I do apologize for no video yesterday. However, or today, I should say, technically speaking, because I am recording on Monday. But you'll be watching this tomorrow, so, whatever. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of come out and be like, hey, there's a little bit of a change that I'm going to be doing. Because of my work schedule and a few other things like that, I have decided that I'm going to scale back to 3 videos a week, Tuesday through Thursday, and just kind of work more within the confines of my schedule and just kind of space things out a little bit better for myself. As it stands right now, I'm kind of in a bit of a rough patch, I guess you could say. I'm just needing to scale back. That's all it is. It's nothing against you guys. It's nothing against anybody. In general, it's just I need to scale back. I need to work on other things. I need to be able to, I'm getting back into the gym and a few other things like that, and I'm starting to try to, live life a little more purposefully. So there's that. Now, how this is going to change is I'm also going to be integrating live streaming into my weekly thing. So Mondays and Fridays, I'm going to try to stream. There could be some difficulties with Fridays. Mondays are going to be easy but these are going to be like 2-3 hour streams that I do in the evening, as kind of a just in general thing. I'm also going to be introducing on Wednesdays random games that I want to play. I've done a couple previews, Ultimate General Revolutionary War, Infection-Free Zone, and a few other things I've done previews for, and it's like I'd really like to do series on these games, especially with Infection-Free Zone. They just pushed out a pretty good update for it. So, anyways, guys, let's get into it, and let's talk about what we're doing. So, we are currently in the process of attacking southern China, and we are currently just absolutely smacking the Chinese. The Chinese are down quite a few ships. They still have a considerable fleet, but we've definitely put the hurt on them in quite a few ways. As well, we need to push over the main fleet, which is currently en route here in the Straits of Malacca. We've got 2 groups, each with two of our dreadnoughts. I believe these are the Beauvays, if I remember correctly. Yes, these are the Beauvays. And then, of course, the Massenas are currently holding in our home waters against any of these other little task groups that they've kind of sent our way. 1 ship, 3 ships, 4 ships, nothing major. Well, I guess that's a lot of destroyers right there. But, yeah, they don't have anything major. Ooh, they are moving a considerable force over towards the Mediterranean, so that's kind of interesting. Now, what is my plan? Again, we're going to be invading and taking Hong Kong, or southern China is going our way pretty well. So we'll probably wait for, if southern China attacks Hong Kong, then we won't bother with attacking Hong Kong with our ships. But we are going to push towards Taiwan and Penghu, and then we're also going to push up to Weiwei here, and try to just secure a few decent home ports here in this region that allow us to secure or hold even more over the region. Like, we have got a considerable hold on the region already, but this just consolidates it even further. Research wise, we're doing pretty well. We finally got out of that rut that we were in, and we're just going to continue letting this process over time. Modern cruisers are definitely going to be something that we want to try to get going as soon as possible, but it's going to be a while before we get there, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and process our next turn. Empire of Japan wants to be an ally. Honestly speaking, I'm not that interested. Sorry, Japan. Unfortunately, the alliance system in this game is incredibly broken as it is. So we kind of just need to avoid alliances as much as possible. And of course, these fleets, they're going to present a problem, but we'll have the Masenas prepped and ready to intercept. Actually, what we can do is we can force these guys, if we position our fleet over here, we can force them to take a different route around Africa and force them into a much longer journey anyways, just kind of taking them out of the fight completely. Okay, so we got a convoy battle, single battleship with 9 transports against 3 of our light cruisers. This is an easy battle for us. Alright, so let's go ahead and have some fun with this. So we got contact to the north. Let's go ahead and push that direction. With our light cruisers being as quick as they are, this is going to help us with, in general, combat against these lighter ships. We've got one of the heavier light cruisers here as well. So this is one of our new light cruiser designs. This is the 6-gun or the 6-inch gun light cruiser. Pretty powerful battery as well. Let's go ahead and detach this one, and we'll use this one to challenge the enemy battleship specifically, while the other cruisers focus on pursuing the transports for the time being. Now, the only disadvantage of this design is that they are single-barrel 6-inch guns, so that's going to present its own kind of issue with the lack of shots going out, but due to the reload speed and the accuracy of single-barrel guns right now, we should have a better time of it. So we'll just have these light cruisers continue cutting across the fleet like so, and then we'll have this one come in like so. Now, these newer cruisers do not have torpedoes. They are purely gunboats, which is honestly an advantage in and of itself. Alright, let's have these guys cut this way. And we're starting to land hits on the enemy battleship. No penetrations yet, but slowly but surely that battleship is going to start taking hits, and it's going to start having a bad time. Now, as we upgrade these ships, they'll be much faster and be able to have a much better time against these enemy ships, especially when we upgrade the number of barrels on them as well. And the 6-inch guns do present a threat to these early battleships from the perspective that they can actually get through the armor. So we just keep adjusting. We keep just presenting a good broadside, but also present as little of a good target as possible as well. The enemy battleship is already in a little bit of a state of disrepair. The enemy transports are almost done. So far, so good. Four-gun broadside might not seem like it's a lot, but when they can definitely pin the armor. It's an advantage in and of itself. And then, of course, the 2-inch guns on this ship are just peppering that deck. All right, let's go ahead and bring the other light cruisers around. Thank you. And let's finish off the enemy battleship. So we'll bring these guys in for a torp run. The enemy battleship does not have torpedoes, so that is an advantage for us. Our fast light cruisers can get in close and torpedo without threat of being torpedoed back. Which torpedoes are the #1 threat in this game. I don't think people give enough credence to torpedoes. What's the range on our torps? 1.5, okay. And now we're getting it close with the 4-inch guns. The 4-inch guns are just going to start unloading and just hurting this battleship a lot. So we'll go ahead and detach and maneuver away. Oh, nice spread on those torps. And I believe that is enemy battleship down. Oh yeah, she's done. All right. Very successful convoy raid. All right, very, very nice. All right, so then we have another convoy. Heavy cruiser, light cruiser versus enemy light cruiser, torpedo boat, and 12 transports. Very easy engagement for us. And a comment was actually made on one of my earlier videos about how other YouTubers don't really dive into the older tech eras. And to the person who made that comment, you are 100% correct. It's actually kind of a travesty how little some of these YouTubers will go into these earlier techs, because it really just it doesn't do the game justice, because the game is very centered around the Dreadnought era rather than the World War II / Cold War era. You know, the game is very much a Dreadnoughts era, World War I era game, and it really does hurt to not really dive into these earlier generations of ships and technologies. And it can be plenty fun as is. Like, a lot of people, they will be like, oh, it's not as fun because the accuracy is lower and all this, and it's like, well, it's kind of the point. It's kind of what you're meant to have. Like with this ship right here, you know, this is quintessential French design. Like, this is probably one of the earliest, most prolific designs that you can get with the French Navy, and I don't know. I feel as if you don't do the game justice properly by ignoring this generation. Oh man, imagine if we were at just slightly closer range and those hits did come in. Oh man, that would have been terrible for that ship. It's like, oh, you're lucky you're at that range. You're not so lucky because you don't have any armor at all. All right, let's start focusing up on this guy. Alright, they got 2-kilometer torpedoes on these guys. I need to back away from this. There we go. There are the penetrations. I believe this is the belted cruiser or the 3-mast. I don't remember. But it doesn't matter. She sunk. Alright, so let's go find those enemy transports now. This torpedo boat, if he tries to engage us, you know, we'll kill him easily enough. It's actually not a bad torpedo boat design either. Let me take a look at this. We're looking at 1, 2, 3 3-inch guns, 2 2-inch guns with 2 rear torpedo launchers. This is actually a pretty good design overall. This is actually probably one of the best torpedo boat designs I've seen from the AI in general. This is probably the large torpedo boat. I don't remember if the Chinese get the large torpedo boats or not. But that's a pretty nifty design right there. Give it an A+. Alright, so as we're hunting for the enemy transports, this is going to kind of take a minute, unfortunately. Let's have the light cruiser go out this way. And we'll have the heavy cruiser go this way. Oh. Fog. Okay, never mind. Alright, convoy gets away. Unfortunately, not much you can do in that situation. Once the fog drops, it's just too much to try to spot transports. If I remember correctly, transports have the lowest detection rate or detection radius in the game, so it's nearly impossible to spot them. All right, so so we're waiting to resupply these two groups. Once these groups are resupplied, then we will begin operations. Let's actually move you here to Cameron Bay. And then Bangkok, we're still refitting 3 of our battleships. Operations are continuing to go well in southern China, so we're just slowly getting things spun up so that we can actually operate within these territories. That's the unfortunate part, is you have to take logistics into account. Unfortunately, with the enemy being as dispersed as they are right now, this is actually kind of the challenge of playing as France right now, is because the Chinese can actually meet us across many fronts. So, all right, so we have a light cruiser. Let's go ahead and just auto-resolve this. Okay, we didn't sink it. And then a couple things coming in at the Macenas here. Let's go ahead and just auto-resolve real quick. Just small little engagements that we really don't need to be involved in. And the Philippines are its own country now. Interesting. Okay, cool. And they allied with us, so that's fun. So we got 2 convoy actions to play out here. 1 battleship, 1 light cruiser, 1 torpedo boat versus 1 heavy cruiser, 1 light cruiser, and then 5 light cruisers versus 2 battleships and 1 heavy cruiser. So this is actually kind of a challenging battle because we have to get in close with them. Oh, and now we're attacking southern China from a second front as well, from Laos, which is definitely going to give us an advantage there. Now, in regards to our other overseas things that we got going on, of course, the Caribbean. I mean, my bad. The Caribbean is definitely going our way. These guys are still not in port for some reason. Don't know why. Please go into port. Thank you. But the Caribbean is definitely going our way. If we can just continue taking a few of these different islands and whatnot, then this will definitely solidify officially as ours. Especially if we're able to take like Venezuela and Colombia and Suriname. If we're just able to continue cleaning these up, that would be good for us. And then in the Pacific, we still have quite a couple territories, Guam and Saipan, which we can still take as well. And then Africa, we're kind of getting screwed in Africa a little bit, because some of these territories, like we should be, we could take Southern Algeria, we could take Mauritania, we could take, any number of these places. But we have stalled out the other powers. So like Germany, for example, Germany has to spread through this region here. Britain can still expand here, but it's not that big of a deal, so on and so forth. So we're kind of sitting pretty in that regard. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode off here. I love you all, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you next time. Have a good one.